I'll give it this time now.
Oh, okay. Hey, quick name.
Are we live?
Next, can you keep an eye on your stuff?
Hi, everybody.
All right.
So this is Member by Epsilon, and they're requesting through the sponsorship line. And for those who don't know, the sponsorship line is the line dedicated to student groups who are ineligible to get a student association budget, i.e., fraternities, sororities, groups with exceptions. So yeah, I'm gonna allow them to explain their budget to you, and then let's know if you have any questions.
So hi guys, my name is Grant, and I'm the president of Lambda Phi Epsilon International Fraternity at the University of Albany. And on February 25th, we'll be hosting our first ever annual banquet. And the purpose of this banquet is to essentially host funds in order to donate to our national philanthropy, which is the National Mayoral Program. And that is our fraternity's national philanthropy. So we're hosting this banquet essentially to raise money for that. And I'll pass the mic to my banquet chairs to elaborate on that.
Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad. So essentially the banquet, like as Grant mentioned, it's just to fundraise money towards our national philanthropy. And the stuff that we're requesting is mostly just the rental space price and the catering price. Yeah, I think like as we wrote in the form when we were requesting it, that this would, it would help us like pull it off and make it like memorable, something that people want to come out to. Like besides fundraising money for our philanthropy, our ultimate goal is also just to get like community unification. It's open to anyone, not just like Greek life people. So anyone can come. It's just have like a good time. And we're also having like performances from student organizations. That's all.
Yeah, and then also as the sponsor was bill, I'm gonna strike catering tax because you can't include tax in student association obligations. And as a nonprofit, you should be paying tax. So that will change the total to
What is that? 105. $1,437.53. Good job, my vice president. What you made me believe it was two. Any other questions? Did I do the math wrong? Oh, I use the calculator. What? 1438.4. Okay. Let us do this again. All right, 1,438.4.
yes, thank you.
All right, Senator Klein. I'm going to move to call this bill to question. Senator Vikens, is that a second? Senator Vikens, seconds. Any objections to that move? Seeing no objections to that move, so we have to do a roll call? That's new. All right. Giddy, can you help? If you came perfect time to help track, with short staff like two here. So you gotta help us here.
Okay. Same thing as before.
No.
No, we did, it's over 1,000, so we have to do a roll call. Okay, ready? When I call your name, I may abstain. Oh, you need a second?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay. Senator Kaiser. Your vote? I can't hear you. Aye. Senator Yeager? Senator Crawford? Senator Thomas? Senator Scamperly? Senator Middendorf? Senator Ortiz? Oh.
Abstain, I'm sponsoring.
Yeah. Senator Isabel? Senator Mohammed? Senator McLegan? Senator Cook? Senator Klein? Senator Agay? Senator McGrath? Senator Galvin? Senator Wu? Senator Sadler? Senator Sadler, can you text me your vote, please?
Okay.
Senator Rose. Senator Kinney. Senator Ross McGuire. Senator Smith is here, Senator Cruz is not here. Senator Vikes. Senator Arshad. Senator Valesco Lawrence is not here. Senator Sarwar. Senator Yates. Senator Ganeshan. Senator Saldala. Senator Goldsmith. Senator McGuire. Senator Obledy. Senator Obledy. Senator Strand. Okay, cool.
I abstain, by the way.
Well, I facilitated the vote, so I would say so.
Most of that, I did.
Yeah, you can count your vote, because I would facilitate.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, Imani, Sadler, aye. That's good. All right, cool. All right, let's go process.
What's the final scope? Has that vinyl always been there?
It's in the handbook.
So we just haven't, okay.
There are a bunch of items that we don't follow, but we're slowly getting to.
All right. I think that slows down the process. In the Bible.
In the Bible.
All right. You give us students, the numbers will be tabulated, but we need to move forward. Congratulations. Senate Bill 120. Senate Bill.
Who is here and can embrace that girls? Kirby, yes? This is supplemental funding for the organization Embrace by Girls, and here are the reps.
Therefore, roll call vote again.
Hi guys, I'm the president of Embrace by Curls. We're having our first, well actually this is our second annual brunch. It's called Kinky Brunch. It's a Valentine's themed brunch for all of the lonely people out there, as you guys have mentioned before. So this is an event, bring your friends, bring whoever you want. This is just to, it's the beginning of the semester. This is an event for you guys to have fun, let loose for a little bit. And it's also gonna include catering. So we're gonna have open buffet for students. We're also gonna have a nacho bar and a dessert bar for the students. So this is gonna be a really nice event for everyone. It's also all black and fair, so you guys can come dress up, look cute. Also, like I also hear a lot of people mentioning mental health. This would also be a good way to feel less lonely during the holidays. So we just wanted to make this event for you guys to, just enjoy the holiday. Yeah.
Senator Klein. What? Oh, a loner. Oh, okay. Senator Rose, is that a second? Well, there was a move to call the question. Is there a second to that move?
Point of personal privilege. Can you clarify that what's going on?
Yes, I can clarify. There was a move to call this to question. I was looking for a second, right? Senator Goldsmith seconds that move to call the question, right? Is there an objection to that? All right, no objection. All right. 6,000.
Can I ask Senator Rhodes, what bylaw is that?
Senator McGrath has the floor here. I'm listening. Okay.
Must be voted on by an electronic voting system or can be approved by unanimous consent, but there's no requirement for roll call at this meeting.
Why are you doing this? It's an electronic voting system, that's the iPad.
Point of inquiry, don't the bylaws overrule the handbooks? We just go with the bylaws and again, click it away.
Oh, so we're going back by, okay, great. All right then. So, gonna move to call this bill to question. It's been seconded. Any objections? Seeing no objections, we're gonna go into House. Yes. Senator Dixon, listen.
Point of order, you cannot ask that per, yeah.
She just said her, but it's like, yeah, I
You
think
can't-
that violates equal neutrality.
Yeah, viewpoint neutrality based on org size, you can't ask that, I'm sorry.
Yes, Senator Klein. I'm doing that now. Yep, there was no objection. Yep. A, do you want to approve this bill? B, do you not want to approve this bill? And C, the bill total? Good. A, do you want to approve this bill? B, do you not want to approve this bill? And C, the same. Vote is open. I'm gonna leave this open. Oh, okay, I was about to ask you that. Huh? Someone called. Get one of these. Woman. We're waiting on Senator McCleggan. So. You voted? All right, now we can close it up.
Okay.
Vote is 25-05. Senate Bill 2122-121. Yes. That is true. Thank you. 121. Go on, Senator.
Can I have the rest for CSA, please? Round of applause for former Senator Akers, re-entering the vote. So for context, this is another supplemental funding request for the Chinese Student Association, and I'm gonna pass that to them to explain.
Hey guys, I'm Eric. I'm the president of the Chinese Student Association. Basically, we're requesting more money like broadly for the rest of the semester. I'm not being very honest here. I've been on the STEAM board since I've been involved since freshman year. We consistently had funding issues, and we had to get supplemental funding my freshman year. If sophomore year wasn't cut short, I'm positive we would ask for more. Obviously, last year there was no need to spend money, but again, the situation's happening again this year. Essentially, we're asking for more money to sponsor events. The biggest one being China Night. Really just an opportunity for all Asian orgs on campus to come together and present themselves and dance, perform, sing, whatever it may be.
Why is there so much talking in this chamber? Chambers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Continue.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Those are some things that we think we will require for hosting this event. This event is pretty big. It's being hosted at the egg. I understand it may seem like we have a small Asian population here, but when we all get together, there is a significant amount of us. If someone could please scroll down.
Going down to the total.
Yeah, or then just to show them like some of the rest of the stuff, yeah. So, and then these are some of the events that we do plan to have. So rock climbing, self-explanatory. Assassin's events, for those of you that don't know, it's a fun little game I like to do. Basically, you guys, possibly stick with someone's name on them. You have to find them and stab them with it to assassinate them, and last one standing wins.
MJ Barbecue again, self-explanatory. Eminent Banquet, Eminent, some of you may know, Lunar New Year just passed, so we would like to have an event to celebrate that, essentially.
Senator Rose. To respond to your question.
Yes.
Field.
Where, at the bottom? Yeah, I amend it to take out the N in NARC. Just say Walmart.
Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can edit this on the fly here. Make it easier for the Senate clerk. Senate Vice. Move the call to fill the question. Second by Senator Thomas. Any objections to that move? Seeing no objections to that move, we're going to go into a vote. A's want to pass the bill. D's do not want to pass the bill. C's abstain. Vote is open. I'm closing this vote now. Vote is 28-04. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just putting the vote totals in the record up. All the opposed bill items do.
Hold on.
All right, Ryan.
Hello, everyone. Nothing major, just continue to post your events to my involvement, so you all can get it. That's about it.
I love you.
I love you too.
Any questions for Ryan?
What's your question?
Wait,
It says I'm disengaging,
understood.
always.
Any other questions for Ryan? No? All right. Chairman Thomas? Point of order. I'm sorry, I'm gonna, come on, Representative Casey, I'm sorry, thank you so much for that. I was going straight to it. You may speak right there, if you wanna come in the front, it's up to you, you wanna come here, that's. Sure. Oh. I did it. Perfect.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Chair Chin, President Gujabi, Executive Cabinet, Senators. Hello, you Albany Great Danes. How are y'all doing tonight? Woo! Good. So my name is Michael Casey. I am a psychology major at the College of Plattsburgh, and I have the distinct honor of serving as a representative on the executive committee of the Student Assembly of the State University of New York. Just for information, I did have a little injury, a little slip and fall on the ice, so that's why I'm wearing a sling. So I just wanted to have to go to the order. So that was not it. So that was just laying it out there, just for y'all. So first off, I would be remiss were I to not recognize my SUNY SA colleagues in the room tonight. Firstly, I want to recognize our amazing SUNY SA Secretary, Senator Jimmy Kinney. And secondly, I would like to acknowledge our new Director of Government Relations, Senator Dylan Klein. So SUNY SA is in the house tonight. So first off, I want to talk about some of the initiatives that I'm taking up this semester. So the first order of business is to get Resolution 2022-19 out of committee. SUNY SA Resolution 2022-19. This is a resolution that will call on the university system of board of trustees to establish to start the process of forming a police review board comprised of one community member, one faculty, one support staff, one retired law enforcement, and one student, totaling 5 members on all of the 64 campuses that, and to get them established at campuses that do not have them. The purpose of this committee would be to review and act on complaints of misconduct, make recommendations to the institutions governing bodies on how to remedy issues with tactics that the departments use, and to ultimately provide a forum where discussions related to public safety and university police can take place on the record. I want to acknowledge the mental health crisis that we are facing. The second order of business that I am working on is with Oneonta Student Association President Gabrielle Cesare and Oneonta Student Association's Chair of External Relations, Katie Murphy. And I would also be willing to work with you all, to work with anybody in this room on a resolution that would create similar programs to Middle Earth here at UAlbany on each of the city campuses. So this would create an opportunity to have their mental and social health needs met, and considering the crisis that the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions have caused. So on the COVID-19 vaccine booster requirement, I have been getting substantial pushback from people regarding this requirement, and I have a message for those pushing me to fight the mandate. I am standing here to say that I'm unequivocally refusing to fight the mandate. I am firming my refusal to fight the vaccine and booster requirements for students. I'm not caving to peer pressure, and I'm strongly encouraging you all to encourage others to get their vaccine and to encourage those to get their vaccine as well. However, the one question that I do have is, why were there no students involved in the process of mandating the vaccine and the booster? Why weren't we as student leaders involved in hearing concerns from our fellow students and giving the adequate tools to help promote the vaccine in our conversations? These are the questions I propose we must ask of our system, administration, and the governor's office. It is my sad and solemn duty to acknowledge the recent allegations of intimidation, threatening language, racial discrimination, bribery, corruption, misconduct, and ethical misconduct being thrown around in student essay. They are serious, they are concerning, and they should be talked about and taken seriously. If you or you know somebody impacted by these allegations, you should tell them to come forward and to share their story. We must get the truth out and work to reconcile with the allegations that are being presented. I have no further comment on the matter, and I ask you to respect that. So now I want to leave you with this charge. I urge you to, as a former governor of the great state of New York, to go out there and campaign for your issues in poetry and to govern in the present. Listen to your fellow students, hear their concerns, and work with them to get their concerns brought up to your campus leadership here at UAlbany. Work with them regardless of who they are or what their major is. I urge you to be willing to learn their concerns, to search for a remedy, and to be of good service to them to get their needs met, as our university system motto so eloquently reminds us, to learn, to search, and to serve. I urge you to do this, and I thank you for your time and your listening. Thank you very much. Go Great Danes! Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Representative, for that moving speech. So, we're going to move forward with the agenda. Chairman Thomas, you have my microphone. Let me come on again. On the University of Washington?
Yeah.
All right. Madam Chairwoman.
Hello. That was loud as normal. Okay. Hi everyone. So this week with the Election Commission, we held a candidate meeting. Thank you to Chairman Chin for attending. As I have already shared with candidates, I feel like I can share it with you with how many seats, no wait, start again. who's running in each seat, the numbers. I'm not gonna release any names. So, we have a total of 9 candidates that are confirmed eligible. In Colonial Quad, there are no official candidates, no official candidates in Freedom, 1 official candidate in first year, none in Liberty, wait. We have 2 off campus and 6 senator at large. So that totals to 9 official eligible candidates that have already got confirmation from myself. So polling opens on Monday and it closes on Friday at lunchtime. So encourage students to vote. We want people to exercise their democratic right. And that's about it from us at the moment. Do you have any questions?
Senator Klein.
So,
Michael? Yeah, okay.
those numbers are obviously very troubling that most of these seats are not going to be filled. So would it be ideal if instead of introducing emergency legislation, pushing back the timeline a week to get something like today, people sign up?
Okay.
Like, in the middle of an election cycle, can we, reopen an election cycle in the middle of it, once candidates confirmed? I'm just curious, I don't know if you know.
As far as I know, the altering of a piece of legislation would have to be done by an executive order, so I'm understanding, right? That's what we did in the fall, so it'd have to be, all branch leadership would have to come to a decision on that, right? Yeah. Yeah, of course. There's some senators in here who elected write-in. And they're very good, so they can have very good candidates.
Do you
All right.
want me to answer that question?
No, yeah, answer the question.
Not that I don't love it when a timeline changes, like 3 times last semester. It's not really up to us whether you can change the timeline. But, you know, let me know because the general is coming up, so just give me some suggestions, okay? Any other questions?
Senator Goldsmith and then go to see Senator Yates right after.
Does the chairperson of the EC have anything whatsoever to say to that? Or anything?
Well, obviously, the EC is consulted for timelines that are passed in the Senate. So I would like to think that I would be consulted if there was a timeline change.
Okay. Senator Yates?
Sure.
Point of personal privilege, you guys actually do have to use the mic because Arjuna's gonna have to transcribe and she's not here. So it might be harder for her to hear if you don't use the mic.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Can you please restate which positions had no candidates?
Of course. So, none for Colonial Quad, none for Liberty, none for Freedom.
Any others? Any other questions? None? Did I miss anyone else? No? Chairman Thomas, let's get him a microphone. Senator Klein.
Would it be possible to ask the questions to you through the EC?
What is your question for me, Senator Klein?
So, I don't know if leadership has.
Yeah, wait, get the address to, get in the mic. Get in the mic.
Thank you. So, of course, this is, I would assume developing, from the candidates meeting. So has the leadership or is the leadership going to have any discussions about doing, a EPA order on the timeline?
Yeah.
Emergency Powers Act?
Oh, that's a good one. Not to my knowledge, I mean, I haven't spoken to the president or the vice president yet, I mean, I haven't spoken to the vice president yet, from my perspective, I don't think we are, but that's something that's going to probably come up our leadership meeting, and if that is the case, you'll be notified that promptly, though, you'd want to do so before the voting opens on Monday.
Right, thank you.
Any other point of concern before we move on, Chairman Thomas? Oh, go on, Chairman Thomas, sorry.
I report the two viral changes on the floor, and that's it.
Any questions for Chairman Thomas? No? Chairwoman Yeager?
Good evening, everyone. Oversight and Reform did conclude an investigation and found this person we are investigating in violation. Recommendations have been sent to the specific individual in question and for the chairs. And yeah, we don't have any more pending investigations.
Let's hope it stays like that for the rest of the year. Any other questions for Chairwoman Yeager? Chairman Scantleman?
Good evening, everyone. We are continuing to investigate all of our any complaints. Knock on wood, we have not gotten any since the start of the semester. So thank you for that, because our hands are full right now. We have concluded one investigation. It will be brought forward next week. I also want to remind everyone of bylaw 703.3, the confidential information rule, or the McCracken rule.
Let's not say the name. It's like Lord Voldemort. I'm just kidding. No, go ahead.
Okay, just to remind everyone what it says, any student association official who is found in violation of disclosing any confidential information whatsoever or uses confidential information to further their personal interest or the personal interest of others shall be sanctioned a level 2 ethics violation at the very least. So just to remind everyone of that, with that, I have nothing else, so.
Any questions for Chairman Scantleman? All right, so we're gonna go to the ranking member, 14.
So Chair Cooper can't be here today, so for her report, she has that we have student groups looking for funding and more sponsorships. Just want people to come get their money, it's theirs. She's working with Saudi to get the message out, to sponsorship. We don't know who that is. He works with Fraternity and Sorority Life. And then working with Ray Webb on a list of all known and funded groups. And she says thank you.
Any questions about that? Chairwoman Velez.
Hi, besties. I know you're surprised to see me here. We're here so finished early. My committee did not meet this week because we are still working on planning out everything we want to do. We have a surprise coming for everyone. And we are planning out some details for SA Day. And working on putting stuff on the SA website for the calendar so senators can attend programs and SA events. I'd like to wish everyone a happy 9th day of Black History Month. It's a wonderful day. And I believe that's it for all of it.
Any questions? Seeing that Senator Martinez is not here, Senator Vikas, we have a report. Let us pass Senator Vikas the mic.
Yeah, so our committee met today, we're talking about some ideas we passed around. We also approved 2 candidates for scholarships today, so we're getting a lot of work done, I think it's good.
Any questions, Senator Vikas, Senator Rose? Can you pass the microphone, Senator Rose?
Can you ask a question to Senator Martinez when you see him on when he plans on giving his report to Rules and Administration about student concerns?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Senator Vikas? No? For us in the exec committee, we did not meet this week. We had no resolutions, and so usually we meet when we have resolutions, but this week we did not meet. Yeah. But of course, any questions for the exec committee? We're here hard at work every week trying to make sure things run smoothly and this branch is running smoothly, right? So, any questions about any of that to me? No? Mr. President? Do you have a microphone for the president, or do you want to use the podium? Oh,
To echo the sentiment of Senator Velez Devlin, happy ninth and day of Legacy Month. So just to start off, just gonna do a little housekeeping, regarding the office. So, as some of you may know, last week, we had Director of Civic Action resign. There are now two positions open, Director of Civic Action and Director of Civic Care. The applications have been open since Tuesday, so if you know people that are qualified or would be interested in getting involved in that area of the student association, please have them do so. In regards to the office physically, we are implementing a few changes. Some of these include the new yes policy, different math parameters, shifting of hours and some of the virtual options, as I mentioned in my first report. These are going to roll out in more laid out formats, but you can expect a tab on the website for people that do opt into that. In regards to the office, we are going to be limiting things based on appointment. We will still allow student visits and whatnot, but to a certain timestamp of 10 minutes. This is just due to concerns by some employees within the office regarding people being in and out, cleanliness, sanitation, things of that nature, as well as just general COVID that's been our friend for a few years. Moving on from that, this is not more so for this month, but this is for coming into March. You can expect some collaboration with UUP. Our Director of Community Engagement and Outreach has been handling correspondence on that end, but they've reached out in hopes of collaborating on some initiatives. And so you guys should hear a little bit more about that on the Senate end as well, for some coordinated efforts, but that's happening early March, so stay tuned for that. In terms of the grants, more specifically, the director will touch on the programming, but again, you can expect some Black History Month programming to be rolling out, in addition to some just general student engagement initiatives. This is kind of the start of the semester. We're seeing the interest meeting roll out, so I would urge you all to just boost that on your social media, as well as attend the other side of our informational events that connect students to those organizational resources. And I think that's it for today.
Any questions to the president? Madam Vice President?
Good evening, you all. So this past week, I have been getting directors situated with programs and events that are soon to come. Again, they will touch on what that entails later, but please look forward to all that is to come on the Instagram. Also, my office hours are updated, which is on the SA website and on my calendar. So if you do want to meet, you can find me there. As well as touching on what President Hujabi said, there are some general updates in the office and policies that are in effect regarding usage of office spaces. So only from this point forward, only stipended employees and students who have confirmed appointments will be allowed in the office from this point forward. And we're just kind of limiting, guests in the office due to COVID and just a general respect for the office space that many individuals do call home to work in. So if we can just respect that, that would be great. Thank you.
Any questions? All right, we can take that to the director of reports. Is the executive assistant here to me?
I can't these ministers to me in my front forward.
All right, director of programming.
Hello, everybody. So, question, does anybody here know people on campus who have a small business? Yes? Great. Love that. Beautiful. So, we're actually having the movie Mama and I are collabing. We're having a small business pop-up shop for the beginning of March, just to emphasize all of the small businesses, and it's a great way for those businesses to get exposure on campus. So definitely, if you know of anybody that may have this business, if you yourself would like to sign up, there's going to be a Google form coming out soon. So yeah, just reach out to anybody that you have in mind so that they can fill out the Google form and we can start getting an idea on how many people.
I got it. Thank you. Ifeoma, go ahead.
Okay, hi everyone. As Caroline said, we are going to be collabing next month, so stay tuned for the Google form. For stuff for my own department, I'm doing intern interviews right now. I've done one and I'm going to do some more this week. So once again, if you know somebody you think is qualified, tell them the deadline is closing on Monday. They want the spot. For Black History Month, I'll be having two programs. I'm having an Insecure program, which is basically like a deep dive on Black love, on the 15th. So come, it would be nice to see some new faces at the program. And I'm also having an Across the Diaspora program on the 22nd, I believe. And it's just a look at how Black cultures around the world are integrated and how they intersect and are very similar. So to celebrate Black History Month, I think you should come to both events. And lastly, on the 28th, I'm also organizing an Asian hate program to discuss the community and the violence that's been going on. So it'll be a nice way to close out the month, so come to that as well. Thanks.
Any questions? Director of Gender Sexuality Concerns?
Hey everyone, how are you doing? So on the 16th, I have my TikTok quote unquote lingo, and it treats within the Black community program, Black queer community. So we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be looking at some TikToks, so there's like words are being used correctly and stuff like that. And then on the 21st, I'm having a table talk looking at health discrepancies within the queer community, and we're going to be talking about free and low cost healthcare options for people. So yeah.
Any questions? No? Marketing?
Hello, everyone. I still have applications open for marketing interns, which will expire on the 14th. I only have one application so far, so if you guys know anybody that is proficient using Canva, I would really appreciate it if they did apply. Besides that, I don't really have any programs currently coming up, but I am working on flyers for programs coming on the 15th and up.
Any questions? None? Director of Student Group Affairs.
Hi, everyone. I have an event on the 24th, org speed dating. If your org would like to table, please fill out my Google form to RSVP. You can email me if you need it. We're working on putting it on the essay link tree. And if you're in an org, ask them to check their email because I did send one out with a link to the RSVP. Also, I'm working with Courtney, the director of IT, on updating the how-to for a new student group info section on the essay website. And I've also met with a couple students who are interested in starting some new student groups. There's a lot of freshmen coming to see me, so they're definitely motivated. And I'm excited to see all those groups that are formed this semester.
Any questions? Court?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Working on the website, you know. More events have been updated on the calendar, so if you check the homepage of the SA website for events that you would like to attend or need to attend, should be updated. With little purple boxes there. Thank you. Yes, very, very out there. I'm going to be bringing back Cyber Week, and I would like to have really nice prizes. So if anybody wants to send like an email or something on what they would like me to like be putting out, that would be very nice. I don't really know what kind of tech the students want here. I know for a tournament, for like, let's say like a Smash Bros tournament, I'm thinking about like a Pro Controller. I know, very sought out, I know. But if anybody has any ideas for that, please let me know. That aside, like what Aisha said, we're working on like making like a YouTube video and like updating like how to start a student group and making sure like it just like it makes it like it makes more sense because some people like just get more information out of the video than just simply reading. If anybody else has anything that could be a YouTube video, or like how to get funding, stuff like that, I think that would be a really good idea to be uploading, so people have a much easier time like figuring all this kind of stuff out. Thanks, everyone.
Any questions? Okay. Do you have a report back, huh?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
sorry. 2 seconds. Becca says, good evening. I hope all is well. Below you will find my report for tonight's Senate meeting. And again, she apologizes for the inconvenience. It will be returning to Albany on Monday. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And as always, stay healthy and well.
Any questions about
I'm
that?
sorry, there's actually.
Okay. I figured I had kind of a bump because yeah, I was like, where's the report?
She also mentions that she has been taking time to grieve with her family, and she has been working with her associate director and has asked her to take the lead on planning the events for the month of March. And she also plans to discuss the next couple of months and will be taking a work from home approach from when she comes back to Albany on Monday.
Tell her we give her all of our support. Director of Academic Affairs?
Good evening, everyone. I just had confirmation earlier this evening from the CR committee that the 2 applicants for the Affordable Testing Act from last semester were both eligible, and I'll be putting in the PRs tomorrow to get these wonderful candidates their funding, which is super, super exciting. A reminder that applicants for the Affordable Testing Act for this semester are live on my involvement until mid-April, so please go apply, encourage your friends to apply, encourage your constituents to apply. My department had a wonderful event Monday night this week with Study Abroad. Thank you to those of you who attended. It was highly appreciated. It was a great night. The next program in the series with the Study Abroad office will be the Study Abroad Informational next week on the 15th. There's going to be a raffle with some travel luggage. It's going to be a good time. It's 6 to 7:30 in the CC multipurpose room. And as always, my department is working on various advocacy projects and other initiatives. You'll be seeing and hearing more from us very, very soon. And to end on a positive note, every day might not be a good day, but there is good in every day. So find it and hold on to it.
Paige?
I think there was a question.
I'm sorry, go on.
Is there a graphic that we can share for the ATA?
I believe that I will be working with marketing to have that sent out shortly.
Awesome. Also follow up, is it possible that Academic Affairs would be willing to, on their social media, promote the upcoming higher ed advocacy initiatives, especially higher ed actually?
Individual departments don't have our own social medias that are active. So that would be something that you would want to go through SA leadership for, to talk about putting it on the wider page. If that's something that you could speak with me on the side about, or you could email me at SA Academic Affairs and we can talk about it further.
Awesome, thank you.
Any other questions? For the page?
All right, hello all, happy Wednesday. So on the 24th, I'm going to be having a DIY fidget toy or fidget item event. So we're going to be making our own little fidgets as dreaded midterms will be approaching and you're probably all stressed out. So it'll be a fun way to kind of quietly de-stress. I know, sorry I brought that to your attention. In March, CEO and I will be having an event. I'm going to let Alyssa expand on that, but it's going to be super cool and super fun, so you'll want to come. And sad news, I've had 0 intern applicants, so but please tell your friends to please apply. I'm now pleading, I'm begging. I love my team, but we do need some more lovely faces in the office to really pick up the pace. So if you have a friend who wants to get involved with SA, tell them Paige is awesome boss and that they should apply with me. And lastly, my survey is surprisingly still live, so if you want to share that around, that'd be awesome too. And I'll send it your way if you want the link. Just email me and Jamie will be there to get back to you. Oh, bless you. And anyways, have a great night and remember to give out the energy that you want to receive from this world.
Any questions? CEO?
Hi, everybody. So we have a couple of events planned in CEO, and by we, I mean myself. Because unfortunately, the 2 interns who I hired last semester will not be able to continue this semester because of other plans. So that brings me to my second point. If you know anybody who's interested, please send them my way. Thank you. Community service is important. But as for the events that I've been planning, we are going to be having a community service fair on February 23rd. I've been reaching out to as many orgs off campus as possible to ensure that we have a pretty lively event. And from that, a lot of organizations have been reaching out back to me for more service opportunities outside of what we've been planning. Additionally, as the president said, I met with the president of UUP, and we'll be planning a rally for March 4th in order to support increasing the budget for SUNY schools within the state legislature. And I'll be asking for student leaders to be speaking and educating at that event. Furthermore, I will be doing a collaboration with Paige's department to have another fair for organizations both on and off campus in order to promote like marginalized groups and their activism. But yes, thank you so much. That's my report.
Any questions? None? All right, Madam Chief Justice?
Hi, not much to report, so I'll keep it short. Like Ronell said last week, the court currently has 5 members. The first nomination period for the first, what? What? Sorry. For the impeachment last year. The first nomination period is closing early next week. The other one should be closing, I think, middle of March. But it would also obviously be great to get a person in before that. Besides that, we have not received any cases this semester. Yeah, I think that's a good thing, but someone told me it's going to change pretty soon. So, yeah, that's about it.
Any questions for the chief? None? Madam Comptroller, just pass the mic down to the Comptroller.
Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. So I don't have any major updates this week, but I have been getting purchase requests lately for stoles, and they are coming in hot. So if you are a signatory for a student group, this is your nudge that it is never too early to order stoles. Last year, or not even last year, but as soon as I took the role of comptroller, I was ordering stoles like crazy, so I don't want my successor to be doing that. Please order your stoles, make the job easier for the next person, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Any questions? I know Senator Alvarez is not here. He did tell me there was nothing to report early in the evening, and evening committee is not here, so I believe there's nothing to report there. But yes, Senator White.
Just gonna ask that we move for like a 5-minute recess. Seems like everyone's needs like to take a break. Everyone's kind of like disassociating, it seems, including myself. So we can just get like a 5-minute recess.
All right. We're gonna move to go into a 5-minute recess. There's seconds. 10 seconds, I move the injections, I move. Senator stand at ease.
Want to say hi? You too. We're going to uncover the mysteries of UAlbany. There has been a lot of there are in fact a lot of haunted places, and we will be investigating them soon. Stay tuned for our investigation squad. Guys, you got to go home? Yeah.
He gave a good speech, so, of course. No, what Andrew thinks is that you said Maltese. So you have a little stuck.
Have a good night, y'all.
I mean, yeah.
Love you, boy. I'm gonna give you this all by
You got it. I was thrown up there.
The basement of the library.
Where's Sarah?
Sarah's at home. I think she's about to.
Oh, let's call her.
They changed 3 hours ago. Oh no, I'm having a bad night.
Yeah, mine changed too. I feel that.
Don't worry about it.
Can we? I'm all in favor of it. I just like how it's
You're coming home to me.
Let us get some of this back in this room. Have a good night. Yeah.
Go Courtney, go Courtney, go Courtney, go Courtney, go Courtney. Go there, go there.
Let us begin to get on Let's take our seats.
Hello, everybody.
Go Nick, go Nick, go Nick.
All right. Let's let Katie Perry. Let us get in. Yeah.
Not everything is about you, Tim.
I don't want to set us rivalry between you and Tim, okay? Y'all just figure out your own.
Go Yeti, go Yeti.
Go Yeti. I actually do want to see Yeti there. So. All right, let us take our seats. We're going to go into the legislative agenda. It's 10 o'clock. I still believe we can make it out again. We're leading by right now. Let us do this. 10:45. Calling you on it.
Just for Senator Ryan, 10:30.
I want to chip. I still
If I see that it doesn't take long, I might have to step in. Oh, please.
My own secretary doesn't know the meeting. My own secretary gets me right now. All right. Let us call this meeting back to order. Good night. All right. Senator Thomas, Senator Ortiz, you're up.
Okay, for time purposes, I'm gonna walk and talk. So basically, Tanner put his name on the bylaws last year, and we had a motion to take it out, and we did, but there's a typo, so he used sponsor privileges, put it back in. So that's the first thing. And then Senator Thomas had the idea of not letting any more names in the bylaws, which is perfect. Can we change bylaws to bylaws?
Come on, let's go.
And then that's basically what it is. So no names in the bylaws, yeah, pass it on. No, wait, yes.
And also, after tonight, Tanner McCacken, they would only be.
Any questions? Senator Klein, where's the other microphone? Thank you, just pass it on that side of the room. Oh, okay, you got it. Okay. Good now.
I'd like to move into debate.
We're gonna move to go into debate in a second. Senator Goldsmith, is that a second I move? Senator Goldsmith, second I move, any objections I move? Was there a point of something? No? Okay. We're in debate. Senator Klein.
Thank you. So, this is good. Happy to see it. Happy to see, a certain person's name and names no longer being put in our bylaws, because our bylaws is supposed to be for bylaws, not self-promotion. So I am going to call this to question if there are any objections related. Is there any objection over here? The question, because, okay, so I'm gonna call this question.
I'm gonna move to call this bill to question. Is there a second? Senator Yeager, is that a second? Yeah. Senator Yeager, second. Any objections I move? Senator Goldsmith, objections I move. Please state the nature of your objection.
I want to ask for unanimous consent.
Yes, sure.
I will amend my motion to pass this by unanimous consent.
Then move to pass by unanimous consent. Senator Kinney, is that a second? Senator Kinney, second. Any objections? Do you object? Okay. State the nature of your objection.
I don't need an objection, it's just not unanimous consent, right?
That's So, that move died, thank you. So, I'm gonna go to Senator Scamper. You're gonna move the call the question. I can't get a second. Senator Klein, second. Is there any objection? Any objection, we'll go on the vote. A, to approve this bill, B, do not want to approve this bill, please abstain. Make sure Senator Sadler is still there to send in your vote, please. All right. All right, closing it now. Vote is 23-5. Let me put that in. All right, Senate Bill 2122, 115. Thomas.
Hi, everyone. So basically what this bill does is it will add the parliamentarian as an ex officio to all committees. Also, I'd like to move to amend 200.4.5.1.1 to read 200.5.5.1.1.
Okay. Okay. Any questions? Madam Vice Chairwoman. We're gonna move to go into debate by Vice Chairwoman. Is there seconds? And Kitty seconds that move. Any objections?
Okay, Alderson.
Okay.
The amendment was 200.4.5.1.1 to read 200.5.1.1.
Some follow-up, wouldn't it instead read 200.5.2.1 instead of 400? Instead of 200.5.1? Because there's a 2 over there.
But yeah.
The section that I would like to amend is 200.5.5. Oh, I see what he's saying. Okay, that section, 200. Where it reads 200.4.5.1.
All y'all just say numbers, please, another bit of math. That's what we can call it. Any other questions to the Clyde?
I'll move into debate.
To move to go into debate. The Vice Chairman seconds that move. Any objections? Seeing no objections, any debate point? To the Clyde.
All I'm gonna say is yes, yes, yes. If Senator Ortiz doesn't have a debate point, I'll call it a question.
All right, go on, Senator Ortiz. Okay, come on, Chairman, come here. Yeah.
Numbers, mess.
Senator Ortiz.
I'd like to move to fix the numbers, so to go one index, and then it goes.
Make sure you can come get her mic, yeah, because I could already tell Anjali's gonna have one heck of a time with these minutes.
Sorry, the numbers are just wrong. I'd like to make a general move to fix the numbers. Do I have to list them individually?
Yes, specify that.
Okay. Okay. So it should be 200.5.2.1, then indent, 200.5.2.1.1. That should be 200.5.2.1.2. Then it should be 200.5.2.4 or 0.1.3. Like the numbers are wrong. Hold on. I moved to add the amendments into the minutes, and I will text them to you.
Is there a second I move? Senator Scamperly seconds I move. Any objections? Senator McGrath has a Okay. So there's been a move, it's been seconded. Yes.
So, for this, we're amending the original amendment to read 200.5. So then, would it be 200.5.2, following that, with 3 following that by 1.4, so the numbers are like 1 second.
We cannot hear the sponsor, Bill. Do you have a mic? Are you using a microphone or really? That's why I'm not probably why we don't have trouble hearing.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
It's supposed to just read 200.5.2.1.1 and then 200.5.2.2 and then 200.5.2.3 and 200.5.2.4 instead of, it just skips the 2 in that file.
Yeah, no, I believe you're right about that.
Okay, so that's what we're being on.
Go. Okay.
Senator Klein, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, it's just the numbers out of whack, is that what we're debating? Okay, so my point of information is, so then wouldn't it just be amending it to just change the last number of those specific bylaws? Is that all it would require?
No, I don't, are you talking to me?
I'm just trying to figure out what we're debating.
I don't know what y'all debating about.
I don't know either.
I mean, when I tell you, when I chair half the time, it's just about keeping order. Sometimes like the debate. Yep, I'm going to take a seat.
Yes, Senator Yeager. Yeah, but first we have an objection on the floor, so somebody has to call Senator McGrath's objection to question first.
Right. Can we vote on the objection?
We're gonna go into a vote on the objection.
So all she said is she doesn't agree to go to question.
Well, we were about to go into debate.
Right, and which she had a debate point saying that she doesn't like the amendment that she proposed.
Okay, so get to the point.
Meaning you're debating what the amendment should be, is what you're asking.
Okay, so Senator McGrath, if I'm understanding your objection correctly, it's that you didn't agree with the verbalized changes to the numbers. Correct. Okay. In principle of like verbalizing amendments or the actual content of which numbers are being put on the bill? Okay, what would you propose that the numbers be?
The original numbers are indented, but not number-wise indented.
Okay.
So I don't know what the intention was to undent them, like they're supposed to be, like based on the original numbers, or re-indent them with new numbers, like.
Okay, my understanding is that this first one is now right, that it would be 200.5.2.1, and then because it's indented, there's another number at the end, meaning that that would be 0.1. 0.2 was under it, I don't know where it like disappeared to. Okay, so then my understanding is that this would be 200.5.2.1.2, and then this would be 200.5.2.1.3, and then this would be 200.5.2.1.4. Sound cool to everybody? Yep. Great, moving on. Where are we at? Yeah.
Can I move to call this bill into question?
Katie's gonna move to call this bill. Is there a second to that move? Senator Ortiz seconds that move. Any objections to that move?
Seeing none, we're gonna go into a vote. A is you want to pass this bill, B is you do not want to pass this bill, C is you want to abstain. I'm giving you 15 seconds. Senator McLean and I have $5 on when we get out of here.
Yep, the vote is open.
Vote is open.
You don't need me.
Quick, quick, quick. Cool? Everyone got their votes in? All right. One more time, one more time. One more time, one more time.
You gotta take it off the screen.
I'm working on it. Oh my God.
Point of order, we're already in the middle of the vote, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll just count this one.
Sick.
All right, everyone in, 28 is what I have. All right. This bill passes 29-01. Cool. Moving along, Senator Klein.
Point of order, I have two things on legislative agenda ahead of time.
Oh, is this under old business? Am I wrong? Okay, come on, Senator Ortiz. You emailed it to Chairman Chin? Okay, Nick, I don't want to open your email in front of everybody, so you might have to come handle that. I want to go to Chairman Chin's email.
There's nothing scheduled in the pharmacy.
Senator Rose is
Suspicious to
loving
me.
it. My understanding, Senator Rose is loving
I've been listening to a lot of those. Yeah, Molly, you know something about that, right? Okay. I saw the parliamentary. Well, you take this off, or did I take this off? What happened?
You can put it on the board, it's not on your screen.
I can't see it now. Okay, I'll just look
Dear God, like warehouse.
Well, you can't get all these good too. There you go. There you go. There you go. That stuff.
Why is warehouse your own machine? I think
Oh, thank you. I try to look good, all right?
for budget and policy priorities.
I try to look good for y'all every night.
All of it. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Oh, God.
It is chaos.
Bills. All of it this time. Thank you for reading until I return under my rock. Every time I'm
It's these four, right?
Yo, Danny just made $5.
All that talk about numbers. Why?
I still have 10 minutes. I still could win. Yeah, it has to be closer to yours than to mine. No, it's closer without going over. That's the rules of betting. Closer without going over. Whoever's closer, if we get on the 40, I'm taking that. No, you know what? It's past the 30 though. So I'm still getting money. That's what I forget.
I got 20 behind the ball.
Click on it right now. Okay.
Which one are we starting with? All right. Senator Ortiz, floor is yours.
Okay. So basically, what this does is I obviously texted the groupies today and I was like, hey guys, so hold on, backstory. Election Commissioner Blake came up to me, hunted me down, and was like, hey, there's so much ice everywhere, there's no lights and nothing. So then from there, I put out a survey on both my personals and Instagrams, cross-reference those who double answered, and then change, that's supposed to say 120, not 113, my bad. And from there, I put out a survey, get rid of double names so that it's an accurate reflection. And over 95% of students said that this university is poorly maintained in regards to snow and winter conditions. If you scroll down, you'll actually see some responses on what students said in regards to how bad the coverage is on maintenance. And basically, this is just a resolution saying the Student Association is listening to what the students are concerned about, because that is our job, is listen to the SA website, and asking administration to clean up the snow. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to slip and get some money to pay for my tuition, but in reality, no one should get hurt. So that is basically the main point of this, and it's called snow because it's fancy.
Cool, Senator Rose. That would be me.
Yeah. 25th.
Yeah.
But it's not relevant, so.
You guys are gonna cost me $5, Senator Klein.
Sponsor deal for a question?
Yes.
Would the sponsor be willing to add the chairman, vice chairwoman, and members of the executive committee to the resolution?
Sure, they're gonna get it through the listserv anyway, so I figured they took up space. So then, and then can I amend it to say compromise, the compromise?
Yes, where?
Six.
That is 6, right?
Yeah.
I don't really know what Roman means.
E is 5 and I is 1.
Okay, there we go. Compromise? Oh, comprise.
Comprise.
Okay,
Elected representative.
okay, cool. Next, Senator Klein.
I'm going to pass it by unanimous consent.
There's been a motion to pass by unanimous consent. Second to that motion, Senator Ross McGuire. Any objections to that? This bill passes by unanimous consent. Next. Oh, sorry, did you have an objection?
I'm not going to fight this.
Okay.
Okay, so then the next one,
Yeah, 1 second. You started, I'll work.
the next one, obviously you guys heard about the Fredonia incident, and Trevor Cooper sent out the University Senate at Fredonia's standpoint on it today, and I thought it was important that we back them up. Outside of the Student Association, I do work with Student SA as well as University Council, and University Council does not meet for another month, because we only meet once every 3 months. So in order to address this issue in the most prominent and prompt fashion, I brought it here. And I moved to have Dylan Klein as a co-sponsor.
Okay. Senator Ortiz, and Senator Klein is a co-sponsor. That entitles you to speak, sir. Go ahead.
Would Senator Ortiz be willing to authorize Senator Ortiz to see if that?
Yes. Well, hold on. Pause. Yeah, then I will.
5 minutes. You, out of order, you. Okay. This bet is taking over my life. Okay, the 3 of you sponsors to this bill. Senator Thomas. There's been a motion to call this bill to question. Is there a second to that move? Senator Strand, any objections to that move? Seeing none, we'll go into a vote. A, if you want to pass this bill. B, if you don't want to pass this bill. C, if you want to abstain. I lied. You owe me $5. Actually,
Still got flagship, I'm not gonna lie.
oh, then what else is $20? Come on, yo.
I'm sorry for that.
Oh, no, you don't get it. Okay, this bill passes. Moving on. Well, maybe I'm just tired.
Nick has one, I like Brendan. Brendan.
Oh, okay.
Chairman Chase is going to be putting you.
I didn't know. I was thinking of Okay, old business. Last item on the agenda. Oh, good save there. That's fine. All right. Yes, I you get something?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But seeing that the president's not here and this isn't overturning the veto, I'd like to move to table this until next week. Because generally.
Language. Like, hold
Generally
on.
speaking, listen, generally speaking, it's a veto, so I would like to hear an explanation to the veto. So either we hunt down the president or we move to table it. So with that, well, actually, I lied. Does everyone know where the president is? Is he still here, actively? Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna move to table it. Sorry, Dylan.
We're gonna move the table this bill in just a second. All right, Senator Scampley, okay. Is there objection? Senator Rose, object.
We already got an email, explaining why Mark can't move forward with this.
Point of order. I love you, but you're out of order.
Did make up his objection. Now.
We're in a vote, automatically.
No, as far as I know, we're going to vote. I'm pretty sure that's changed. So, A is you want to. Yes.
Point of order. We've had a lot of people have public outbursts here, and I don't think that was called for.
Okay. Let us move forward. A is you want to table this bill. B is you want to review this bill on the current agenda and see the thing. A is you want to table this bill. B is you do not want to table this bill and see the thing. Nope, I haven't done it again. A is you want to table this bill. B, don't she actually say it again? B is you do not want to table this bill and see the thing. Right? All right. Vote is open. Senator Sadler?
Good job, Nick. Catch up to them. No, I will not let you.
Hold on, I'm just waiting on Senator Sadler.
Yo.
All right.
One more minute.
Less than a minute. A is you want to table this bill, right? B is you do not want to table this bill and see the thing. Yes. No.
You need 2/3 to uphold an objection. So.
15 or 47.
Wait, no, then the vote was clarified wrong. We were voting on Senator Mohammed's objection, not.
So A, yeah, the.
A was to table this bill. B was not table this bill. And C was a thing. Wait, can someone get Yiddy?
No, Vivian is right. We're voting on the, either way, think about it. If you switch A and B, that's what the vote would have been. The point is, it didn't happen.
Yes, Yiddy. Come here and explain.
So then we're back into a vote on her original motion.
I motion to reconsider that vote.
Wait, you can only motion.
R.I.P. Divius, then it's 10:30.
Prevailing side.
Right? So, Yiddy, here's where that I'm doing. There was a move to table this bill.
Yes.
It was seconded. Then there was an objection to that move. So then I went into a vote. A, if you want to table this bill. B, if you now want to table this bill and see what I'm saying. Did I do that correct?
Yes.
Yes, right?
Uphold the objection?
No, so you only vote in an objection when it's an objection to the consideration of a main question. Tabling a motion is not a main question. The main question is something like a bill up for consideration. The only time.
Okay, we got it, we
Yeah.
got it.
So A, if
I
you
was
want
wrong,
to
Nick
table
was right, move along.
A, if you want to table this bill, B, if you do not. So we have to consider this bill.
Okay.
All right, there you go. So that's, I don't think we need
To table a bill? I believe tabling does require, 2/3.
We don't have it, we don't even have simple.
Majority, so.
All right, there you go.
May I proceed?
Yep.
Alrighty. So, here we are, once again, 100 million on the line here. Just to counter a bit that was sent out in the veto explanation, the president stated that this issue was settled. It isn't settled, it isn't nearly settled, the budget isn't even finalized, we haven't had the one House bill yet. So there is plenty of time for advocacy initiatives to be thrown into the budget. And what I will point you all towards is the SUNY SA president testified the other day in front of the joint committees on the budget for higher education. And throughout this hearing, even when the president was talking, there were questions about flagship, especially from Assemblywoman Patricia Fahey. Now, Patricia Fahey is our assembly representative for the university. She wrote a letter with a senator and another assemblyman to advocate for us becoming a flagship. Now, why should we become a flagship? We are receiving the College of Nanoscale Science and Engineering. This would make us the largest research institution amongst the 64 SUNYs. This is important that we not only endorse this move to increase research opportunities at this campus, but if we were to become a flagship, it's all about the money, am I right? $100 million if we became a flagship to help with infrastructure needs, to help with student support aid, to help with so much that is critical to our institution of higher education. What I will say is that this issue does not stop here. As our guest, Representative Casey mentioned, I was recently appointed and confirmed the Director of Government Relations for SUNY Student Assembly. And what I will pledge to you all today is that when we override this veto, this will be at the top of my list in advocacy initiatives that I will be bringing to the state legislature. I have an opportunity next week to testify in front of the Westchester State Senate and State Assembly delegation. I will be bringing up this issue. I will be advocating for us to get that 100 million and that flagship designation, and I will be advocating for the College of Nanoscale Science and Engineering to be integrated with the University of Albany. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I will yield for questions.
Senator Thomas. We're gonna move to go into debate this second. Senator Ortiz, that second. Senator Ortiz seconds, I'm moving objection. Seeing no objections, I'm moving on debate. Senator Ortiz.
So we got the president's veto, we got Senator French's veto, it's 10:34. If no one else raises their hand for debate point. Wait, are you raising your hand for debate point?
Yes.
Oh, so then, I just think, I feel like we've had little conversations. I get it, lots of money on the line, but I also understand the veto. I generally don't know where I stand. I'll probably abstain.
All right. Senator Goldstein. Oh, sorry, Senator Thomas, go on. Thank you, ma'am.
I do like this bill, however, there are more pressing issues at our university. I do think that it's more important. We have departments losing funding along with students losing funding as well. This is important, however, I do think we need to focus our attention more on the issues that happen here at campus before we go anywhere else.
Personally, I like this bill a lot. I would, if I knew it would go through, I'd go with unanimous consent. For whatever reason, I realize I'm getting more loose on that bill and I need to tighten up, but this is just one of those bills which I feel like should pass by unanimous consent because it's so important. But I'm not going to do that for the sake of time. Can I motion to put this into consideration? Call the question.
No one, you move the call to the question?
Yes.
I've called you so many times.
I'll rescind.
So, no, okay then, so we're still in debate. Senator Yeager.
Okay,
regardless of this bill passes, SUNY is, or this university is gonna do what they are gonna do. You know, I respect the president's veto. I respect that, you know, he doesn't want the student association to be involved in these kinds of politics. You know, it's kind of a tricky situation, I'm not gonna lie. You know, that the word is already out that, you know, this most likely will happen. And I think regardless if we vote for it or not, it's more than likely gonna happen. And that's the way it is. And yeah, that's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna listen to you, then you said it.
So I just wanted to comment on something, you know, issues are issues. When something's presented, there could be more pressing things. So if we're revisiting something, it doesn't really matter, like, it's here. We're not gonna stop it, so then we can't bring anything else up. So address the issue at hand. That's the first thing I'm saying. Second thing, I agree, with what the previous senator said. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. We only have so much power. However, I do think it is important that we voice an opinion. I get two.
Yeah.
You know, I think it is important that because you represent students, you know, maybe some students have an interest in this. I know that obviously Senator Klein has an interest in this. So, you know, he is a constituency that's Senator at large. Technically, I represent him, so I would want to represent what his interests are. And I think that's something important to consider when voting for things. You know, there are students who do care about these things. Personally, I am empty in the brain, so maybe not so much me, but other people do. And that's my job, is, you know, and that's our job as a body, to voice what the students want. And, you know, another thing to consider, the president is also one of our constituents, so, you know, he has an opinion on this too. So overall, just playing devil's advocate here. Tag.
So I guess I'm in. So what I will say is, while the CNSE issue is for the most part finalized and in the governor's executive budget, what I will say is flagship is not. And what I will also add on is Albany's not the only one that's advocating to become a flagship. So is Binghamton. And I know Chairwoman Yeager, former Binghamton alum right there. What I will also add on to this, when I submitted this resolution, I believe it was the day after this past executive committee, I was able to catch Vice President Christakis and show him this legislation. And he loves it. He loves it. And a copy was also sent to the president of this university, President Rodriguez. They're in support of this. They are fighting for this. They support me in putting this to the floor. And I mean, not often do we have our administration supporting such an initiative like this. For background, we did, Senator Vikis and I did get some pushback on some legislation that we worked on with administration at first. But this is the first time I've genuinely seen our university administration in support unanimously of something that this body is doing in my 3 years here. So I implore all of you to vote yes on this legislation, specifically because it's probably one of the few times we will be uniting with administration on an issue, but also because this is important. The flagship issue is not settled, but CNSE is. So I really hope that we can get some advocacy going on this bill. I will yield.
Go on, Madam Move to call this bill to question. Senator Ross McGuire, another second. Senator Ross McGuire, second to move. Any objections to that move? A, if you want to pass, A, if you want to override this veto. B, if you want the veto to stand. And C, abstain. No. Everyone clear on that? A is to override. B is to let the veto stand. C is abstain. Vote is open. Yeah. What is this is what we'll see when we get the votes. Senator Sadler, make sure you cast your ballot. All right, we're gonna close this vote now.
The math passes.
Yep,
Without doing the math, I'll tell
without
you.
doing the math, this veto is hereby overridden. Sure. The last vote, I second. At the closing roll, seconded by, Lee. Any objections?
Hold on.
Huh? Yeah, Senator Golson, you motion to adjourn, the second, the motion to adjourn. Senator Stratton, second. Any objections?
Thank you. Yes
This
to your
meeting is
question.
adjourned.
Yes to your
No, I
question.
think you guys should just split it. Each person gets
Still do
250.
You can still, that's fine.
Donate it to the Nick Chen Men's